What do you
Woo! Live. Look at that. No editing. No, no,
like?
no, no, nothing. No talking back and forth about the Billy and Joe top 10 show today. I got Joe right off the cuff.
Yes.
Kind of surprised him a little bit. You know, Q95. And
Yes.
everybody, welcome to the Billy and Joe top 10 show. I am a co-host, Billy Powell, and you can check us out at the Keeping Nostalgia Alive show on YouTube. And with me is my co-host, Joe Carney, who is the host of Indy's Local Flavor. Look it up. Find your podcast. Find his podcast on your favorite podcast platform. Joe, Q95 used to play Today It's Your Birthday, but it was yesterday.
Correct.
Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, of course, I spent too much money on my birthday, and you need to stand up and show your shirt so I can show mine. Hey, and here's mine.
I can't stand. Ooh, 40 licks.
Correct. They're all gone in Indy. I was very fortunate to find one in my 2X size, so very fortunate.
My Johnny Cash shirt is an extra large. I had to take it, and I because of the diabetes.
Diabetes.
I had to take it in the back and pull it, and then put it in one of those little knots like the girls do on the on the beaches. So,
right.
And I'm not going to stand up and show you my Hanes white boxers. That's just the way this kind of. That's right. No tidy whities. No tidy whities. Just very thin, cheap Hanes boxers. So I'm showing nothing, but I have something on, and we're just going to leave it right there. So tell us about your birthday, Joe.
It was, well, the story goes, the family function got canceled right at the last minute. I found out about that late Tuesday night, right? And I was a little upset over it. And I'm like, I told my mom I really don't want to be alone on my birthday, right? So the next hour, my buddy calls and says, "Hey, you want to go breakfast at a Flapjacks? It's outside of Indy. Fantastic place. Fantastic. I know there's a lot of good breakfast spots in Indy. Best service I've had at a breakfast spot in a long, long, long time. Great place. Flapjacks on the south side." And then my other good friend who I had from work, Madeline, called me and says, "You want to go lunch?" And we went to Yin Ching, Asian place on the east side. I'm a regular there because I'm on keto. Lost 17 pounds in a month. My blood sugar's down to 100s from 500. My pants don't fit and my belt don't fit. So I'm like, let's rock this, shall we? So, and then I was able to take my kids out and we went to Steak and Shake. And I've been trying to walk in the morning for 30 minutes. And we went to a local park in Fishers. And they had a really nice walking area there. I think it's a deluxe park there in Fishers off Brook School Road. And we walked. I did 3 laps around the park for another 30-minute workout. So I did an hour of walking, and my Apple Watch was like, "Happy birthday, brother!" So there you have it.
And what did we turn? 51.
51, and some days I feel like 15. So there you go.
My wife always says I'm, 54 and act like I'm 8.
Well, there's always the Bugs Bunny line. I'm 3.5 years
old. So tonight is a big night. It is the opening game of the National Football League. Dun, dun, dun.
Cowboys and Bucks
and Joe is a little bit younger than I am because I got those out of a quarter machine.
Yeah, I remember those. Yep. 8 p.m. on NBC. Yeah. And I'm taking my son to the Seahawks and Colts game. Great seats still available. Best seats I've ever had in my life, lower level, southwest corner, 1 p.m. I believe I believe that's a Fox game, I believe. So can't wait.
I'm glad the Colts won the Super Bowl in 2007, so I don't have to worry about them ever again.
I think we've discussed this before. Why did Wentz pick his number? Why?
Winston gone.
Everybody knows number 2. That's all I got to say. Number 2.
The Indianapolis Colts, man. When you couldn't get a ticket, you go see the Buffalo Bills play them, or the New England Patriots play them. And now just look at how that has evolved. And it's the Cowboys tonight against the Patriots, right?
Cowboys and the Bucks. So,
Cowboys and Bucks. Bucks, Patriots, same thing, because Tom Brady's a quarterback.
But I'll tell you what, here's the angle. What if we go back in time, right? And we tell, sorry, Chuck, we love you, but Bruce Arians is the coach. Bruce Arians coached the Bucks to the Super Bowl. Where would the Colts be now?
Once again, the Colts won the Super Bowl in 2007 and in my lifetime, so I'm happy. That's something that the Indiana Pacers of the NBA will never do.
I thought about trying out for their announcing job. They have an announcer opening because their announcer has moved on to television, but I don't have a video clip of me. So,
well, now we do.
Yes. Tua.
So we're joined with Joe Carney, host of Indy's Local Flavor. Google it. It's on your favorite podcast platform. Joe, what else we got before we get started? Before we get, boom, slapped into this.
Don't tell nobody, but if you really want Apple TV, I'll give you the hookup. Because you have to see this Ted Lasso. You have to. It's brilliant. I don't throw that word around. It's brilliant. It's about an American coach who decides to take a soccer job in London. And he does that because his wife requested space. And he gave her 4,000 miles worth of space. So anyway, he uses a quote during a dart game that applies to me personally. And he said, the line is, people have always underestimated me in my life. And because they did that, they did not do this. Because if they were curious, they would have asked questions. And the quote is, Walt Whitman, be curious, not judgmental. And then the scene after he makes this quote is a slam dunk.
Which is?
Or it would be a corner kick to score a goal. We'll just use the soccer analogy. He bends it like Beckham to score the goal.
Does the Wichita State Wheat Shockers actually have a football team?
Well, they in the show they're Division II, and Jason Sudeikis, who plays Ted Lasso, is pure genius. And I don't know the owner, who's British. She was in Game of Thrones as the nun who said "shame, shame, shame." She's brilliant. I mean, it's so good. You have to watch it.
Have we figured out where the cookies are from yet? Has that been revealed?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yes. So
they're made with love.
My wife has a lot of characters from Saturday Night Live or from that era, the past 7-8 years, Seth Rogen, stuff like that. And she calls them idiots. And
no,
I understand. And then I had an older lady who worked for me at the last place I worked, and she said that Ted Lasso reminded her of me.
Yeah.
And I got my wife all pumped up to watch it. We had the app on our TV, and it's either that guy's an idiot or her comment is, "Oh, that guy." And that guy is Justin Sudeikis.
Right.
And there is nothing like Justin Sudeikis in his Adidas pants dancing with Keenan Thompson Waynes, or whatever that guy's name is, Keenan Thompson, on
Yes.
Saturday Night Live. But no, I agree. Genius series, Ted Lasso, which is awesome. And I guess they picked up a third and fourth season.
And I believe it won an Emmy, and the music score is amazing.
Well,
amazing. So if it's a must see. It's
well,
worth the money.
We are going to make it, and you can get a 30-day or 7-day free trial. We're going to make it really, we're going to get to our topic today really quick today. Joe has a prop that he's going to show. I have a prop that I have on currently.
Yes, I have two props, but yes.
Okay. Show us that first prop, Joe. It's a Billy and Joe top 10 show. And today we're going to do the top 10 plus one.
Now,
Johnny Cash greatest hits.
This is not a trick answer. This is a true story. That's my first prop.
Is that Coldplay?
Till Kingdom Come by Coldplay. Johnny Cash song. Johnny Cash passes away. Coldplay covers the song. Fantastic song off the X and Y album. It was the hidden track. Amazing love song. Amazing love song. That's my number 11 pick.
Hello, I'm Johnny Cash. Love that intro. So now I have to change glasses. I look better in these glasses, but now I'm going to have to put some glasses on so I can actually see my list.
That's a good thing.
There we go. Now I can see. Number 11. And there was a movie with who was in Crocodile Dundee? Was that Paul Hogan?
Yes.
Paul Hogan.
I don't remember who his wife was, but she was easy on the eyes as well.
Yes, especially when she was getting ready to get chopped up by the alligator or crocodile, whatever you want to call it. Crocodile, alligator. I had the crocodile and the alligator have always told me that they had a son who was a black belt.
Green belt.
All right. I got you on that one. That's good. So I've been everywhere.
Yes, it was.
I've been everywhere, man.
Yep. So it was a great commercial.
Yes, but just a great song. And Paul Hogan was in a movie that I cannot tell you what it was, and rented it from Blockbuster. Go ahead and Google that, people, what Blockbuster was.
No, they've got a really good documentary on them on Netflix, and it was originally a company out of California that had 3 huge stores, and they sold out to Blockbuster, and that became Blockbuster. It's fascinating.
Yes, very interesting. Yes, it was. And so I've been everywhere. It comes in at number 11. Go ahead, Joe, with your next pick.
Certainly, most of my picks are from the Rick Rubin produced albums, and I love his faith-based songs. We'll Meet Again as my number 10 pick.
That is very interesting. Rick Rubin does a great job with McCartney 321. If you guys have not seen it, go ahead and stream it on Hulu.
Yes.
If you love music,
yes,
just go ahead and stream it, because and they're only 35 to 40 minutes per piece, and I think it's only 6 episodes, but it's just fantastic. You'll learn stuff, you'll be entertained, and it'll take you back.
Definitely. And maybe catch a laugh in here and there.
So my number 10 is a song that was written by Chris Christopherson.
Yes.
He took a helicopter, he landed at Johnny Cash's house, and pretty much introduced him to the song, and Johnny sang it, and it's called Sunday Morning Coming Down.
I'm not familiar with that one.
Oh my gosh, check it out. Sunday Morning Coming Down. I had a beer for breakfast, and it was so good I had a second one for dessert. Great line. Great.
I I thought that was the champagne and beers. Is that dessert?
No, not at all. But Sunday Morning Coming Down, written by Chris Christopherson, just an awesome Johnny Cash song. You got to be in the mood. It's a little
Right.
dark, but it is a fantastic song.
Right. My number 9, another faith-based song, Ain't No Grave. Ain't no grave gonna hold me down.
I love your faith-based songs because the next song I'm going to talk about with Johnny Cash is one of "Thou shalt not steal" in the Ten Commandments. So it's not faith-based really, and it's I got it one piece at a time. I got it one piece at a time, and it didn't cost me a dime. He worked at an actual auto parts, or not auto parts, but one of the automakers, and he stole one piece at a time, and he put it together, and it was. Look it up, people. One piece at a time. Just a fantastic tune, and yes, one piece at a time.
I've kind of got a story about that. When my dad worked for Ameritech, he had a boss. One time took a whole crate of paper towels home in his car. They were Union, by the way. So yes. Cover song number 8, "You Are My Sunshine," my only sunshine.
Was that off Cash 5?
No, I don't believe so. Sorry about the mail, dang man. I can't figure that out.
That's okay. I thought it was approving what album "You Are My Sunshine" is off.
Ding.
Is that also a Rick Rubin produced
Yes.
song?
Yes,
Okay.
I believe so.
So it's interesting that you picked that because we're going to go right into a Nine Inch Nails song, which is one of the albums that Rick Rubin produced, and it's "Hurt."
I have that higher.
No, well, it's you're younger. So
Yes.
with youth comes inexperience, and with age comes experience, and it's just a great introduction, a great song. Just look it up. Who is the lead singer of Nine Inch Nails?
Trent Reznor. He also did some stuff with David. He also did a couple songs with David Bowie.
Yeah,
that were outstanding.
Well, Let's Dance,
but
because it's modern love, and because I'm in love with a China girl. But other than that, I wear blue jeans.
Yes, of course. I'm not a big Nine Inch Nails guy, but that song is amazing.
I am not a big Nine Inch Nails guy, but he is a fantastic musical mind, and that's a great story too, if you could look it up.
Oh yeah, definitely. My number 6, the Ford commercial, "God's Gonna Cut You Down."
I've run on for a long time, run on for a long time, run on for a long time. Sooner or later, God's gonna cut me down.
Yes.
What a
Classic.
great beat.
Yeah.
And so, did you do 7? What's your 7?
Oh, I'm sorry. 7 is God's Gonna Cut.
Okay, my 7 is "Ring of Fire," one of his top hits that are so popular, and a top 40 hit pop, number 1 hit country. And there was a time where the Tux medicated pads, which if you take out a Tux medicated pad and you put it on your hemorrhoids around your butthole, it kind of extinguishes the flame. And they asked Johnny Cash, and I think it was Rosanne Cash, his daughter, which said, "No, we're not going to allow you to use a Ring of Fire for Tux medicated pads." But Ring of Fire also used a lot of brass instruments that were not used in a lot of other songs. But I fell into a burning ring of fire. And we're not being endorsed by Tux medicated pads. I don't even know if they're still around. Yes.
Hallelujah, amen. That's funny. My number 6, I miss this guy. Miss. Oh, I miss both of them. Another cover song, classic Tom Petty. I won't back down.
Great song, great remake. Rest in peace, Tom Petty. Rest in peace, Johnny Cash. I have found, excuse me, that if you're going to karaoke,
What did I do?
Johnny Cash is the Johnny Cash, George Thorogood, Jim Croce are some of the best performers, songwriters, singers to karaoke because they talk through a lot of their songs. Johnny Cash didn't have the greatest voice, but you didn't need a great voice when you had great songs written for you and you had a great beat, or you had a great, get rhythm. When you feel the blues, get rhythm, which takes me in to a fabulous song and Joaquin Phoenix, Weird as Hell.
Yes, the Joker.
And I think he's weird as hell because, his family is weird as hell. Rest in peace, River Phoenix.
Right.
And Joaquin Phoenix did just a spectacular job. He should have won the Oscar, which
I haven't seen it.
No. You haven't seen Ring of Fire?
No, I haven't. I haven't seen the Joker either.
Man.
Well,
so early one morning, Cocaine Blues.
I saw that. I didn't add it.
Took a shot of cocaine and I shot my woman down.
I'll have to check that out. I wasn't familiar with that.
Oh my gosh. Cocaine Blues, number 6.
My number 5, I don't know if this was a police pullover or what, but Johnny Cash, I Walk the Line.
Because you're mine, I walk the line. Hey, do the alphabet backwards. Look, man, I can't do the alphabet forward, much less backwards. But I walk the line, a number 1 hit. And it's interesting that you say that because I have that at number 5.
Oh, okay, cool.
And I've been to Sun Studios in Memphis, Tennessee.
I need to go there and the Stax Museum. I need to do both of those.
So I've been there, and when the intro to Walk the Line, it's like a, you know what that sound is?
Firecrackers. I don't know.
No, he took a $1 bill out of his pocket and rolled it into a 3-fold, and then put it up under his guitar. So you had that. So that's a $1 bill that's being played within his guitar. Anybody who wants to know. Of course, they brought in brass instruments and all that kind of stuff for Ring of Fire, but I Walk the Line. If you can get a chance to go to Sun Studios, which Jerry Lee Lewis, Elvis Presley,
the Big Bopper,
Johnny Cash. I don't think it was the Big Bopper. Carl Perkins.
Merle Haggard.
Calm down, dude. This is Johnny Cash. So don't be heading off on other directions.
Oh, I don't know all those guys at Sun Records. I know a couple.
You've never heard of Jerry Lee Lewis?
Of course.
You've never heard of Carl Perkins?
I know of him. I don't follow his music.
You don't do anything but step on my blue suede shoes?
Well, okay, that's his hit. What's the other one?
No, I have no clue, man.
Yeah, I love that song. Don't get me wrong. So,
but Jerry Lee Lewis, there's a whole lot of shaking going on. It was called the $1 Million Quartet, which was Elvis Presley, Carl Perkins, Johnny Cash, and Jerry Lee Lewis. Jerry Lee Lewis is still alive, but it's a great go to Sun Records. It's a small fee, small tour, but just a fantastic. There's also a Johnny Cash museum, by the way, in Nashville, Tennessee.
Do you want me to tell my interesting story about Jerry Lee Lewis or no?
Oh, sure.
want to say in the 50s, early 60s. Chuck Berry was touring with Jerry Lee Lewis, and Chuck Berry had an argument with Jerry, and he says, "I'm the headliner." He's like, "Okay." So Jerry Lee Lewis does his set, and he decides to do a challenge. And his challenge was he gets out the lighter fluid, pours it on his piano, plays Great Balls of Fire, and lights it. Gets done with his set. He said, "Oh, okay, Chuck, you're up."
Which Great Balls of Fire, which was a great movie where Dennis Quaid played Jerry Lee Lewis, by the way, if anybody wants to watch a biography. Now, when Chuck Berry, before Chuck Berry, Chuck Berry was probably filming people in his bathroom before Jerry Lee Lewis, set his piano keys on fire.
Yeah, they were both characters, both of them.
Yes, Jerry Lee Lewis marrying his cousin, and then Chuck Berry having cameras inside his bathroom. And rest in peace, Chuck Berry, but just a great rock and roll legend too.
Right. Number 4. I've heard Johnny Cash describe this, but I don't want to make sure I get it right. He wears it for the poor. He wears it for the minorities. He wears it to represent people that are less fortunate, man in black.
You wonder why I always dress in black, why there's never bright colors on my back, and why my somber appearance seems to have a somber tone. There's a reason for the things that I have on. I had that a little bit higher at number 3. So, and my number 4 is "Don't take your guns to town, son. Leave your guns at home, Bill. Don't take your guns to town."
Did they write that for you?
It's Bill, man.
Yeah.
My name is really William, but they tagged me with Billy. So people will call me and ask for William, and I know you're trying to sell something or trying to get something from me. And when I say no to William, they'll be like, "Oh, hey, how you doing, Bill? Hey, you still don't know me because my name's not Bill. Don't take your guns to town, son. Leave your guns at home, Bill." And then finally they'll go like, "Billy, oh, I must know you a little bit because that's what I go by as Billy. But don't take your guns to town."
That's interesting you say that. My dad's middle name is William, and my son's middle name is William. So there you go. 2 Bills. So that'd be Thomas Jefferson, 2 Bills.
Well, you could also have 2 Benjamin Franklins and have $200 compared to $4 when you said 2 Thomas Jefferson bills.
I'll take the Franklins any day.
Yeah. Do you know the only person who does not smile? Do you know the only person who's smiling on paper currency in the United States of America?
Harriet Tubman. I don't know.
No, there's no Harriet Tubman on any cash money yet, on any American currency yet, paper money.
He said yet.
Aretha Franklin.
Who's tired over there?
Benjamin Franklin. And you know why? Why he's smiling?
He was partying. He was busy ambassador of France.
No, he was never president, so that's why he's smiling.
Of course.
The only 2 people on paper money who are not presidents of the United States, Alexander Hamilton and Benjamin Franklin.
What is on the back of the tin that's not on any other denomination?
DGAS, which is DGAS, which is don't give a beep.
Yes, that too.
But let us know.
I don't know if it happened when they redid the money, but originally it was a car. That's the only
money.
Love that song. OJ's
money. Sorry, the Bullet Boys did it better.
No.
Yeah. Have you ever heard it from the Bullet Boys?
No, thank you.
Okay. Have you ever heard a song from the Bullet Boys?
Of course.
Okay, like smooth up in ya. Saw the Bullet Boys in concert in Terre Haute, Indiana between 1986 and 1990 when I went to Indiana State University. Okay, so Man in Black is my next pick, which you already covered.
Yes.
Great tune. Listen to it. I know all the words when it pops on the radio.
We're on
Pops
number 3, right?
Pops on my phone. Yes. So
Yeah.
Man in Black was my number 3.
My number 3 is you've already touched on Ring of Fire, and Coldplay covers that, which is on YouTube only. So
Coldplay, one of the most overrated bands in the history of music.
that's why I've been around for 20 years. Yeah, exactly.
Man, nice comeback. nice comeback. That was a Coldplay, bro. Yeah. I just never bought an album in vinyl, never bought a CD, and never downloaded a song from Coldplay. I'm sorry, I'm just not a fan. Or when you name your son Apple, I have a problem and an issue with you and
he named
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Oh, I detest that woman. But he named his son Moses.
Well, Jiminy Christmas, man. That's just there's Adam, there's Moses, there's and
the worst Iron Man is Iron Man 3 with Paltrow.
Garbage. The best Iron Man is with Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath.
Rick Rhodes, right? Crazy Train. Yeah.
I think I'll try and fly the plane tonight.
Quiet.
Okay, so is it my number 2?
Yeah, the Carson Wentz pick.
A Boy Named Sue.
Good song.
How do you do? My name is Sue. Name me anything but Bill or George or anything but Sue.
I think that's in the Pulp Fiction soundtrack. So.
You're probably right, along with the Statler brothers and what's that guy's name? John Travolta doing the
with Uma Thurman.
Yeah. And Chuck Berry. It was a teenage wedding and the old folks wished me well. In his socks.
And that was the album that remade the Reborn Jungle Boogie by Kool and the Gang.
No, Kool and the Gang. No, sir, no way. From United Kingdom or England?
No, they're American.
No, okay. I thought somebody was from United Kingdom, and once I heard that news, I'm like, no, thank you.
Yeah, they're American.
No, and the most famous guy inside Pulp Fiction was "We Have the Meats."
Yeah, Zed's dead. No, that's Bruce Willis.
Sorry. Who's Zed, baby? Zed's dead.
I don't remember his name. He was the club owner. And
start with a V. Rain.
Yep,
yes. Yeah, we have the meats. So there is more Subways, more Pizza Huts than Arby's, where we have the meats.
And I love me some. I can eat meats all day on the keto. Just take the bun off. So.
You're talking about buns?
Can't eat bread, brother, on keto.
Oh man, do you like big buns?
I cannot lie.
Yeah, there you go, bro. That's what I was looking for. So,
my number two has one of the Eagles on backup. It's Desperado with Don Henley. Cover of the Eagles.
Yes. Was that on American 5? Cash 5?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, great Yeah, Don Henley.
Yep.
A little bit underrated with a drummer. I mean, to go on a concert tour and drum and sing at the same time, it's like, we all know that Phil Collins is an alcoholic, but it's very impressive what drummers who are also singers can do.
Yes, definitely.
But Desperado, that's a great song. And if you haven't heard any of the Rick Rubin produced Johnny Cash albums, as in like Delia, oh Delia,
Right.
Delia, all my life.
Yeah. And well, let's just run down the tracks of that really quick.
Oh man. And you have a couple of Chris Christopherson songs within there too.
Man Comes Around, Hurt, Give My Love to Rose, Bridge Over Troubled Water, I Hung My Head, First Time I Ever Saw Your Face, Roberta Flack, Personal Jesus, great.
Depeche
I
Mode.
love her. Depeche Mode, Personal Jesus, In My Life, Beatles.
I saw your face.
Sam Hall, Danny Boy, Desperado, I'm So
Danny Boy.
I Could Cry, Tear Stained Letter, Streets of Laredo, and We'll Meet Again. Great album.
No, that's El Paso. What was the first song on that?
The Man Comes Around.
A great song by Johnny Cash, which is not in my Rusty Cage, which is on the same. Well, you learn something every day. You learn something new every day, and that's. I did not know that.
Yeah,
Rusty Cage.
Great original track. And Cash made it his own. Definitely.
By who?
Soundgarden, Chris Cornell.
Yeah, okay. Dead. Johnny Cash and Chris dead.
Oh man.
Enjoy your life.
Chris really rocked me on that one.
Yep.
And he did it with his wife in the audience that day. Unbelievable.
Okay, so is it my choice for number one?
Numero uno.
Man, I wonder if we have the same song.
No.
You know why?
What's that?
Because I'm stuck in Folsom Prison. And time keeps traveling on.
I didn't know that was
train keeps it coming. I hang my head and cry. Number one, Folsom Prison Blues.
I didn't know that was a Hank Williams song.
It's not Hank Williams. Johnny Cash, fool.
Hank Williams wrote it.
That's too bad because he died in the back of his car of alcohol poisoning, man.
Okay.
No, man. Was on the radio when I was growing up. It wasn't on the radio until the 60s, man. So Hank Williams, may have wrote it, but he did not display it or sing it.
Okay. Well, he sang it, but.
Well, that's too bad. Country Boy Can't Survive, too, by Hank Williams Jr., who almost died on the side of a mountain because of a woman.
I did not know that. Okay, so they don't normally show the back of this, but this is kind of a cool shot. You see that?
Yeah.
All right, this is the front. Oopsie. That's the front.
Yeah.
All right, so the story goes, my number one's Hurt, right? Going through my divorce, first time I heard that, I cried. Period. So, having said that, I want to read the liner notes from that album. Johnny Cash, August 12th, 2002, Hendersonville, Tennessee. And it's faith-based writing here. I'm persuaded that nothing can separate me from the love of my God, my wife, and my music. Life is rich when I come to town. After hours in the studio, feeling as frayed as 100 big G strings, and curl up to my June Carter. She's a soft, fluffy mama bear. That's when I give God a thanks a lot, Chief. Sometimes in the morning, I'll say good morning to the awesome presence. However, sometimes I forget. Home from the studio or the hotel from the studio, depending on where I am, it seals the day's work when I relate to June what I did that day. But the music never stops. It's an unending loop through my brain over and over and over again. Finally, my head settles on one particular song and I will not let it go. I wrote and recorded Man Comes Around early in this project, and for 3 or 4 months I recycled that song over and over until I had to get up out of bed and turn on the radio, and it worked for a while, but my inner playback system always wanted to go back to The Man Comes Around. I spent more time on this song than I ever wrote. It's based loosely on the book of Revelation, with a couple of lines or a chorus or other biblical sources. I must have written 36 pages of lyrics, then painfully weeded it down to the song you have here. The initial idea for the song came from a dream I had 7 years ago. I was in Nottingham, England, and just bought a book called Dreaming of the Queen. The book talked about a great number of people in that country who dream that they are going to be Queen Elizabeth II. I dreamed that I walk into Buckingham Palace and there she sat, knitting and sewing. She had a basket of fabrics and lace. Another woman sat beside her, and they were talking and laughing. As I approached, the Queen looked up at me and said, "Johnny Cash, you're like a thorn tree in a whirlwind." Then, of course, I awoke. I realized that thorn tree in a whirlwind sounded familiar to me. Eventually, I decided that was biblical. I found it in my favorite Old Testament book, Job. From there, it grew into a song. I started lifting things from the book of Revelation. It became The Man Comes Around. Revelation is a mere interpretation, says that something is revealed. I wish it were. The more I dug into the book, the more I came to realize why it's such a puzzle, even to many theologians. Eventually, I shuffled my papers, so to speak, drew out 4 or 5 pages and wrote my lyrics. Finally, the 15 songs that follow in this album take 15 different directions, and I hope you enjoy each and every one of them. The end. Johnny Cash.
When Johnny Cash came around.
That's why I buy records.
Oh, man, vinyl.
Yep.
If you get a chance, listen to all the Rick Rubin produced albums for Johnny Cash. Especially the first one. I love the first one that has Delia. It has a couple songs there by Chris Christopherson, and it's an amazing album. But Joe Carney, the host of Indy's Local Flavor, thank you for joining us and sharing your top 10 plus ones or our top 11 Johnny Cash songs. Hello, I'm Johnny Cash. Are
we going to tease what's coming next for our musical selection?
Oh, no. Yes, maybe. Yes. Let's tease the next show coming up because in my opinion, Mick Jagger's involved. But
Yes.
What do we have as a little bit of teaser from you, Joe?
What's the hold on, I drew a blank on the song. State of Shock.
You got me in a state.
Oh. I've got that 12-inch.
You've got a 12-inch. Damn, dude. Oh, record. I mean, I have a 10-inch.
Hey, kid, it's John Home.
Oh yeah, no, from from Aerosmith. 'cause,
Hey kids, it's John Holmes in the building. Yeah.
I'll whip out my big 10-inch record. But no, we are gonna do the top 10 plus one, the top 11, top 10 plus a bonus pick of the greatest songs by a Jackson.
Okay. Okay. So what's the song by Jermaine that I'm like on?
Why don't you do what you do when you did what you did to me?
Yeah, that's the one.
Give me a tissue, Tito.
Speaking of which,
It's Janet. If you're nasty.
quite. I saw her live 3 times. True story.
Is she dead? I have not seen her dead, but I have not seen her live.
Well, she was supposed to follow the show after Lady Antebellum, where the tornado took all the lighting down at the state fair, and she hasn't been back to Indy. So there you have it.
Wait a minute. I'm having a wardrobe malfunction.
Thanks, Justin.
All right, so that's a little bit of a teaser of we're going to do the top 10 plus one, the top 11, top 10 plus a bonus pick of any song by a Jackson. So I can push
that to 20 probably.
We can do it 20 because I'm going back to Indiana.
That's right. Great song. And,
Joe Carney from Indy's Local Flavor. Thank you. Please go to just type in Joe Carney, Indy's Local Flavor, and you'll come up with his podcast. We're going to ask about his podcast here in just a second. You can also go to Keeping the Nostalgia Live show on YouTube and check. This is probably where you're watching it. Anyhow, please go to the Billy and Joe top 10 shoe. Man, we can do that, man. With most Jordans and the Agassi and the John McEnroe and the pump, the Nike pump. Oh man, we can do. That's a teaser.
Reebok pump.
Yes, that's it. Well, there was also a pump within Nike too, but I don't remember what they called it.
I have no idea.
Maybe we'll do that show, the top 20 sneakers of all time, which was the Nike. One of them is the Nike Cortez worn by Forrest Gump.
I remember that.
Yeah. So Joe Carney, host of Indy's Local Flavor. Google it, search it, find it on your favorite podcast platform. Go to Keeping the Nostalgia Live show on YouTube. Please subscribe to our channel and also to the Billy and Joe Top 10 show on Facebook. Subscribe, like, follow, whatever is new in the hood with Facebook. Please follow us. And Joe, tell us a little bit about your podcast, and we'll end it there.
I took a break this week because of my birthday, but next week we're going to next week we're going to get into NFL in depth and the fantasy breakdown.
Oh, that's cool. And plus you'll get the first weekend of the NFL in.
So what do you think of my back wall, brother? I put some time and energy into it.
I haven't gotten over the freaking Calgary Flames hat that you got on.
Because this poster right there, this poster to my right.
Is it Sabotage?
No, that's up here, but that's on a different album. Chemo Blaze, my buddy's band. It's called Chemo Blaze because the drummer had chemotherapy. So, and passed away of brain cancer several years ago. So that's where this poster comes from. So that's my buddy Dave, Phoenix, Matt, Ryan, and Craig, and their second album is Almost Gold. You can find them on all major platforms. CHEMOBLAZE.
And speaking of Gold, Spandau Ballet and their album Gold, which is almost 500,000 copies sold. So Joe Carney, thank you so much. We'll be looking forward to next week on the Billy and Joe Top 10 show. Top 20 plus 1, 21. top
I like it.
songs by a Jackson. That will be an interesting. Let's see if you guys can find the twist within the top 20 songs by a Jackson.
Billy, just don't take me to Heartbreak Hotel, okay?
I will do the same thing and not bring my guns to town, Joe. I'll leave my guns at home, Bill.
I was talking about the Jackson version, but that's okay.
Well, that's okay. I mean, I'm going back to Indiana, and you kind of put me in a state of shock until next week. The Billy and Joe Top 10 Show. Thanks you very much for your participation. We'll see you guys next week with the top 20 plus one of Jackson songs.
Have a good one.